Audio and video settings, please. Morning, guys. Please check your audio and video settings, please, everyone. That's good. Yeah, other day I was talking about various components and their code-related discussions. Dispatcher servlet is automatically registered with servlet container. Then we discussed how to develop the controller classes having flexible signatures for the handler methods, right, boss? Then we discussed handler mapping component, guys. Okay, we have lots of predefined handler mapping. Okay, they will be used. We don't develop user-defined handler mapping, right? And in annotation-driven environment, if no handler mapping is configured in the latest versions, what is the default handler mapping? Request mapping, handler mapping was super. View resolver, guys. There are lots of predefined view resolver. In Spring Boot MVC application, by default, what will be taken? Internal resource view resolver. It is capable of what? It is capable of identifying, resolving the servlet JSP view components of private area in our web application. What do you mean by private area? The JSP file, servlet file that are kept inside the web.inf folder, right? Okay, tell me, boss. By default, internal resource view resolver is activated, but to tell the location and suffix, location and extension, we need to write some special entries in application.properties or not. Okay, later we discussed why Spring MVC recommends us to place JSP files in private area. Number one, if they are in private area, we cannot request them by using file name. We have to request them using URL pattern. When you request them file name with extension, okay, the end user will know technology of the website, and the end user, if he is a hacker, he may misuse the hacking techniques, right, boss? Number one. Okay. If a JSP file is there in public area, reading and displaying servlet component supplied request attribute value, there is a possibility of giving direct request to whom, guys? There is a possibility of giving direct request to whom, guys? JSP component, right? There is a possibility of giving direct request to JSP component, which is there in public area, then what happens, guys? Without giving request to servlet, if you give direct request to servlet component, there is a possibility of getting null values or ugly values. There is a possibility of getting null values or ugly values. I want reply. To overcome all these things, Spring Boot MVC says, okay, always keep JSPs in web application in private area, right, boss? Okay, guys. Now, I would like to give the storyboard of the first application, who is responsible to display the home page, who is literally seriously responsible to display the home page, right? Storyboard of first Spring Boot MVC web application to display the home page, JSP of private area for the given implicit request, guys. For the given implicit request, right? For the given request, not implicit request, for the given request. Storyboard of first Spring Boot MVC web application to display the home page, JSP of private area for the given request. Code-based flow through storyboard, guys. Code-based flow through storyboard, right, boss? Browser window gives request, guys. As a front controller, dispatcher servlet traps and takes the request. B. Dispatcher servlet handovers the request to handler mapping component. C. Handovers the request to handler mapping component. C. D. Handovers the request to handler mapping component. D. Handler mapping searches for, is there any handler method in the controller class whose request path is home? Whose request path is home? Why? Incoming request URI is having what word, guys? Last word is called path, guys. In incoming request URI, what is the last word? Path. Last word is called path. Path is what, guys? Home. So handler method is also having home as the request path, na boss. Home as the request path, home matching. What do you say, guys? Then tell me what happened. This controller class bean ID and this handler method signature is collected and passed to dispatcher servlet. E. Dispatcher servlet calls the handler method. Dispatcher servlet calls the handler method, right, boss? F. Dispatcher servlet calls the handler method. That is F, guys. Dispatcher servlet returns the logical view name. Welcome, logical view name. G. That is G. H. So dispatcher servlet. Okay. Handler method returns logical view name to dispatcher servlet. Dispatcher servlet takes the logical view name and passes to view resolver. Hey, come on. Passes to view resolver. Okay. By default, internal resource view resolver is activated. In application.properties, we have given prefixes and prefixes. This view resolver gives view object having the name and location of physical view component. web.inf/pages prefix, guys. Okay, welcome is logical view name. .jsp is what? Suffix. So this is prefix, my dear. This is suffix, my dear. This is logical view. This is prefix. This is LVN. This is suffix. Fix. Prefix, logical view name, suffix, guys. Here is my prefix, guys. Here is my logical view name, guys. Here is my suffix. Are you getting my point? This view object goes to dispatcher servlet. JK. This view object goes to dispatcher servlet. K, guys. Dispatcher servlet. Tell me, boss. Yeah. Tell me, guys. This view object goes to dispatch servlet J K. Tell me next one. From the view object, it gather name and location of the JSP file. Yeah, name and location of the JSP file. So where is the JSP file, guys? This is welcome.jsp, right? Okay, guys. Okay, boss. Welcome.jsp. Are you understanding my statement? This welcome.jsp executes, boss. This welcome.jsp executes, right? Super. Whatever generated output, formatted output will come to dispatcher servlet, M. And the dispatcher servlet sends that output to browser as response, N. That response will be displayed in the browser as the dynamic web page. Simply as the dynamic web page. Simply as the dynamic web page, right, boss? Simply as the dynamic web page. Everyone getting my point there, guys? Got it, my dear? Got the clarity? This is the flow of execution. This is the flow of execution. So this is, I call it as storyboard. So instead of developing one by one, putting all together is called storyboard. Don't you think it's a code-based flow of execution? Through coding, we have seen the flow. Number A, one more time. We are giving request from the browser. Since URL pattern is slash, dispatcher servlet traps and takes the request. Number C, dispatcher servlet handovers the request to handler mapping component. Number D, handler mapping component uses reflection API to search in all the controller classes. Come on. Okay, to get the handler method whose request path is matching with incoming request URL request path. Home and home. Home and home. Yes, found, guys. Found. So collects the controller class begin ID and handler method request path. Handler method signature passes to dispatcher servlet. E. Dispatcher servlet calls the handler method based on that signature on the controller class object. Okay, F. Okay, right now no business logic, nothing, guys. Okay, I'm just returning logical view name. Right now my intention is displaying the home page. No business logic, nothing. That is G, guys. Right, boss? This logical view name goes to dispatcher servlet, H. Dispatcher servlet passes the logical view name to view resolver, I. View resolver, I. Right, boss? View resolver gives view object, J. This view resolver gives the view object, J. This view object goes to dispatcher servlet, having name and location of the physical view component, that is J. K. K. From the view object, name and location of physical view component will be gathered and communication happens with that view component. Yes. L. Code of the JSP page executes. M. The executed code output comes to dispatcher servlet. Super. N. N. Dispatcher servlet sends that output, formatted output to browser as response. N. Okay. That output will be displayed in the form of dynamic web page here. The response will be displayed here as the dynamic web page. Clear, boss? Got the clarity, boss? Spring Boot MVC allows to use web application in two ways, guys. As a standalone application, listen, when you run the application as standalone application, boss, come on. Okay, we are going to enjoy embedded Tomcat server that is given by Spring Boot MVC itself. Yeah, someone is asking me question about containers, boss. Servlet JSP containers are there with the server, and whatever dispatcher servlet we are creating, that is configured with servlet container, registered with the servlet container. Come on, dispatcher servlet is creating IOC container. There our Spring Beans are managed. There our Spring Beans are managed. Christopher, and you might have missed some classes. I think in last class I given the diagram, if I am not wrong. Last class I have given the diagram. I'll show. Look at this diagram. Yeah. Spring MVC application. Okay. In web server, separate Servlet JSP containers are there. Servlet is registered with what? Servlet container. JSPs are registered with the JSP container. Okay. DS is creating IOC container. All Spring Beans are registered with IOC container. I think I have clearly given this statement, right? Please. Here is my application dot properties, guys. As a standalone web application, this application runs in the embedded Tomcat server of the application itself. No need of arranging separate server. Very useful in development and test environment, where we are not ready to spend separate money or memory for installation of web server. Okay, this application can be packed as jar file, which contains web application plus embedded Tomcat server. Super. As a deployable web application, this application runs in external server of the application. It is separate WAR file to manage. This application can be deployed in any web server or application server. Very useful in production environment. What application? Production environment. Spring MVC supports only deployable Spring MVC, not Spring Boot MVC. This is Spring MVC. Only deployable application development, whereas Spring Boot MVC supports both standalone application development and deployable web application development. So this is one additional feature that Spring Boot MVC is having now, boss. Definitely, this is an additional feature that Spring Boot MVC is having. I want reply, boss. In Spring MVC, there is no Spring MVC, there is no embedded servers now, boss. No built-in servers, right? That's why it won't support embedded application deployment. In Spring Boot MVC, we are having embedded Tomcat. That's right. By default, embedded Tomcat, guys, we can develop. So, shall we develop our first application? Feel the flow and develop the application. Feel the flow and develop the application, right? Yeah. Make sure that Tomcat 10.x is configured. 10.x because the latest version is supporting Tomcat 10.x. I hope so. Make sure that Tomcat 10.x is configured with Eclipse ID. Here we have to select Apache Tomcat 10.x. Here also I have to select what, guys? Tomcat 10.x. Here also I have to take what? 10. The latest Tomcat version is 10.x, which deals with Servlet 5.x API, having Jakarta.servlet, Jakarta.servlet.http, and etc. packages. Spring Boot MVC, latest version as on today, is not supporting. Oh, sorry. Let's try, guys. Let's try whether this 3.x, Spring Boot 3.x is supporting what? Okay, supporting this one. Spring Boot MVC. I want to check once. There is no wrong in that. Let's keep this statement. Let's check it out. Anyone attending evening batch? In the evening batch, we dealt with the Tomcat 9 server or 10 server, boss. I think we dealt with the 9 only. Evening batch, evening batch. 9 or 10, 9 or 10. 7:30 p.m. batch, boss. 9 only. Sure. Then I think there is no provision, it seems. Okay, let's try, boss. If any problem comes, we will see. If any problem comes, we will let you know. Okay, na? Right. Let me try that. Let's get into workspace 716 boot. Close all editors. Window menu. Preferences. I think everyone knows how to install Tomcat server. Everyone knows. Yeah, listen. I'm going to show in both environment. Embedded Tomcat. Okay. No. Everyone knows how to install Tomcat. I'm assuming in your computer, Tomcat is already there in your computer. Right. Tell me. Server, runtime environment, Tomcat 10 is configured, right, boss? Okay. Pawan bhai, I'm going to show in embedded Tomcat and external Tomcat. That's why I'm configuring Rababu. Either you are, don't be busy writing lines, Rababu. Listen what I am going to say. For knowledge sake, I'm going to show deployment of application in main embedded Tomcat, also in external Tomcat. I was giving this statement and you are parallelly busy writing lengthy statement. Don't be busy writing statement. Listen the statement. For knowledge sake, we are learning both. Happy? Tomcat 10 server is already configured. Super. Tomcat 10 server is already configured or not? Super. Okay. Create Spring Boot starter project as shown below. Verify, that is compulsory. Either Maven or Gradle, your wish, guys. But in my system, Gradle is Maven with var is giving some problems, guys. Maven with var is giving some problem. That's why we are going for other option. Right? Okay, now let's do that. File menu, Gradle I'm going to use. It's a problem in my system. It's not an entire problem, guys. Okay, guys, tell me. Boot MVC pros 01. I think other day we created all this stuff. Huh? Var file. Did we create the var file, guys? This project is already there. Oh, already. Acha. Maybe for experiment sake we have done to show jar file. Come on, come on. Anyhow, I will delete and I will create in front of. I will delete other day to open the source code from the jar file. We have seen that. Spring Boot starter project. Spring starter project. Yeah. Actually, Maven var file, guys. In my system, some setup issue with Maven. That's why I'm choosing Gradle. You want to feel that? 1 minute. I'll show. Okay. What is the module? Web module. Web module. Only web module is enough. Web starter is enough. Save, finish. Acha, one more missed. See, this is the issue. When I select the var file, I'm getting this problem. When I select the var file, I'm getting this problem, guys. The operation was cancelled. Could not transfer artifact. Could not transfer artifact from to central, from and to central. The solution for this problem is, okay, I think if you can delete local repository, problem is solved. Okay. Let me try that so that for a few days we can work with the Maven web application also. But it will let go problem now, boss. Let's see, let go problem. No, it's not let go problem. See. Okay, let's see. Build path of the project, guys. Where is build path? See, all options are not coming. Check it out. But it will not let go of the problem, sir. There's no build path is not coming, right? Okay. So 1 minute, 1 minute. Let me try to solve the problem. If not coming, we'll go to Gradle. If not solved, we'll go to Gradle. C drive, users, Natras. What is the folder we are having? M2 folder. Repository. Repository. Tell me. org dot Apache. Apache dot. Okay. Maven. org.apache.maven. Okay, all plugins will be there in this folder, guys. All plugins will be there in this folder. If I can delete the org Apache folder, right? I deleted that. One more Apache folder is there. I delete this. Yeah, why are you stopping Eclipse IDE? When things are underutilization, folder cannot be deleted, right? When things are underutilization, folder cannot be deleted. For that reason, I have done it. For that reason, I did that work. Other reason, I did that work. Okay, was org dot Apache dot. I think no Maven, any Maven related things. Okay, not there was. I hope the necessary folder I deleted was. Click on this. .716 boot boss. Right click, new, bring the starter project. Show home page. Yeah, that's fine. Show home page 17. Say next. Web module. say next, say finish. Say next, say finish. Okay. Yeah. One of the folder is corrupted. That's why I'm trying to take the fresh copies. That's why I'm trying to take the fresh copies, right? Trying to take the fresh copies. Now tell me, boss. Build path, configure build path. Select these two checkboxes. Hey, already you know this process, right? Then only you will get these two folders. Then only you will get these two folders, right, boss? SRC main Java, SRC main resources. SRC main Java, SRC main resources, right, boss? Put MVC pros2 showing home page, guys. Put MVC pros2 showing home page, right? Yes, we are ready with this, guys. We are ready with this. Okay, I think latest 3.x version only was. Latest 3.x version can be taken. 3.1.2. 3.1.2. Java. Array, this ID maximum supporting 17th version. That's why I have taken 17th version. This version of IDE. If you want, you can take it. Okay, boss. Next to finish. After creating project, we should do one more thing now, boss. Okay. After creating project, let it be, boss. Now, first of all, SRC main web app. SRC main web app. We are getting up to what folder, guys? Web app folder only. Are we getting web.inf? No. Let's add web.inf folder. Web.inf. Yeah, I decided to place, come on. I decided to place JSP page, home page that is acting as a JSP page. Okay, where, guys? In pages folder. Pages is not fixed, guys. No, private area. I decided to place in private area. Anything in web.inf and its subfolders are called private area. Pages is not fixed, guys. Is not a standard folder name like classes and lib folder. Any name you can give. Any name you can give. Any X, Y, Z. Any name you can give. In this pages, JSP file name. What is the JSP file name, guys? Welcome.jsp. Welcome.jsp. Okay. In this one, I just write only one word. Style is equal to color colon red, text hyphen align center. Welcome to JSP base, guys. Welcome to Spring MVC. Welcome to Spring Web MVC. Welcome to Spring Web MVC. Welcome to Spring Web MVC. Understanding my statement, boss? Super. Welcome to Spring Web MVC. src slash main slash Java, src slash main slash resources, boss. Yeah, now listen. Now listen carefully. Okay, I have given request to guys. Goes to whom? Dispatcher servlet. Look at the storyboard. Goes to dispatcher servlet. But do I need to develop dispatcher servlet? Do I need to configure dispatch servlet manually? No, it comes automatically now, boss. This handovers the request to whom, guys? Handler mapping. This handovers the request to whom, guys? Handler mapping. If I told don't take any handler mapping, what's the default handler mapping? Request mapping, handler mapping, right, boss? So do I need to make this one as a Spring Bean additionally? It is coming automatically through auto configuration. Do I need to do anything so far? No, boss. It looks for a handler method whose request path is matching with incoming request URI. This is a controller class, but I must sit and develop the controller class. It is always user defined one, right? See, dispatch servlet, you need not to develop. Okay, handler mapping, default, you need not to develop. Okay, now what is the one I should develop, guys? Package com.nt.control. com.nt.controller, new class. Show home controller, boss. New class, show home controller. Super. How to make normal Java class as Spring Bean come controller, boss? How to make normal Java class as Spring Bean come controller? @controller. Yeah, why I'm taking return type as string? Or I want to return logical view name. Logical view name is always string content. That's why. Okay. Show home, render home, whatever it is. Render home. Yeah, it's a flexible signature now, boss. Yes. Yeah, here is my what, guys? Get mapping. Get mapping slash home. Get mapping slash home. Understanding my point? Return logical view name, guys. Here is what? Return welcome. Yeah, listen, guys. Request mapping. You are right. Request mapping slash. Request mapping class. PN Rao, keep your off knowledge aside. Please keep your off knowledge aside. I will come to that. Okay. Request mapping slash home. Super. This is logical view name. LVN is nothing but a logical view name, guys. Yeah, tell me. This logical view name goes to dispatch servlet. Ready-made one automatically configured. Dispatcher servlet passes to view resolver. If no view resolver is configured, what is the default view resolver that will be active mode? What is the default view resolver that will be in active mode? Internal resource view resolver. How does it works? It collects the given prefix, collects the given suffix, mixes with the given logical view name. Mixes with the given logical view name, right, boss? Simply mixes with the given logical view name. Simply mixes with the given logical view name. Understanding my statement, guys? Simply mixes with the given logical view name, guys. Are you understanding my statement? Okay. Configure the view resolver. Spring.mvc.view.prefix. is equal to slash webinf/pages slash spring.mvc.view.suffix is equal to .js. Is equal to .js. Slash webinf/pages slash. Here is my .js, guys. Here is my .js. Okay, guys. Rishikesh, wait, Babu. I will give one by one now. Did I come to that point? No. Great fellows, guys. Rishikesh, if you have knowledge, half knowledge, keep that aside. Hand over your empty brain to me, please. Application dot properties. Tell me, guys, what is the logical view name that is given? Welcome. Prefix is this, suffix is this. So this view resolver gives what? View object having the name and location of physical view component. So overall, what happens? You will get a view object having slash webinf/pages slash what is there? Welcome.jsp as the view object. Welcome.jsp as the view object. What do you say, guys? Super. Dispatcher servlet communicates with welcome.jsp. Executes the code, gets the formatted output. That formatted output goes to browser as a response. That formatted output goes to browser as a response. Clear, boss? That formatted output goes to browser as a response. Here is my run on server, guys. Yes, listen, guys. Since I mentioned in the prefix slash webinf/pages, I kept welcome.jsp in pages folder. Suppose you mentioned just slash webinf/, then you can place welcome.jsp in the webinf folder itself, right? Are you understanding my statement, boss? Got the clarity? Okay, guys. First, I will try to run in external Tomcat server. Right click, run on server, Tomcat 10, guys. Say next, remove all, finish. Okay. I'm trying to run and deploy the application in external Tomcat server. External Tomcat server. Array, it is not taking complete path. What is the path I have taken? Welcome to Spring MVC. Easy. My storyboard and practicals are matching or not matching? Hardly I developed how many things, guys? Controller I developed, JSP I developed, and few entries I have written in application.properties. Remaining everything is taken care by Spring Boot MVC. Remaining everything, the story, whatever is there in the storyboard, we are able to feel it. Are you understanding my statement? Sorry, in your ID, run on server is not coming. Okay. Number one, you should create a web application, then only it will come. Number two, you should select the WAR file while creating the project. And Sachin, please stop doing parallel practicals. Hand over your brain to the listen the class. Towards listening class, guys. See, guys, storyboard is ready. Okay, this is done. Where all this stuff. 3.2. Okay, 3.2. Yeah, I'll come to this part. I'll come to. Prefix and suffixes are taken. Okay. Internal resource view resolver is given to resolve private area servlet JSP components as the view components by appending prefix suffix values to the LVN. It is not designed for HTML component. So using this view resolver, we cannot take HTML files as the view components. Only servlet JSP. Right now I have taken JSP. Yeah. One controller class can have one or more handler methods. Every handler method is identified with its request path given in @request mapping annotation. Given in @request mapping annotation. Develop the view component. Okay, guys. Pause it, run as run on server, select Tomcat, all this stuff. This is the directory structure. Anything great in this, guys? Anything great in this, guys? Okay, that is level 1. But I don't want to use external Tomcat server. I want to enjoy embedded Tomcat server. Sir, where it is useful, sir. Okay, listen, guys. Your machine is connected to cloud environment. You are using cloud supplied softwares. At the time of development, you don't want to waste money for purchasing cloud supplied Tomcat servers. But you want to test the application at the time of development. Then, if you are using Spring Boot MVC supplied embedded Tomcat server solves our problem or not? Solves our requirement or not? Spring Boot MVC supplied. Come on, guys. Embedded Tomcat server solves our requirement without paying extra money to cloud people. We can use the embedded Tomcat that comes with application itself. That comes with application itself. I want reply from you people. Okay, guys. Did we register DS with servlet container in the above application? Sai K, attend classes regularly. Dispatcher servlet will be registered with the servlet container internally by using programmatic registration. You forgot one complete session I spent on that. One complete session I spent on that, right? On startup method, calling second on startup method that is internally using sc.add servlet. Forgot such fundamentals. Run the Spring Boot MVC application as a standalone application using embedded Tomcat server, guys. Using the embedded Tomcat server. Tell me, guys, do you think Tomcat server recognizes embedded Tomcat server runs on which port number, 8080 port number. But in my system, 8080 port number is already occupied for what? 8080 port number is already occupied for one or other service of Oracle. One or other service of Oracle was. So can we use same port number for embedded Tomcat? No. So I have to change the port number now, boss. I need to change the port number. How to change the port number? Very simple, guys. The port number of embedded Tomcat, sir. Server dot port is equal to 404. Server dot port is equal to 404. Done, boss. Got the clarity, boss. Come on. Server dot port is equal to 404. Clear, my dear? Right click, run on server, Tomcat 10, say, okay, this is external one. Now listen, guys. Somehow, embedded Tomcat is not having Jasper container, which is required for JSP. Jasper container, which is required for JSP, boss. So add Tomcat embedded Jasper dependency to the pom.xml file by collecting from mvnrepository.com. You just add without any version, boss. Okay, that's why it will take according to the current Tomcat. According to the current Tomcat that is coming into embedded Tomcat, guys. That is coming as the embedded Tomcat. Right now, boss. I hope you are understanding my statement. Come on. See this one. mvnrepository.com. Here is my mvnrepository.com, guys. Here is my Tomcat embedded Jasper, guys. Tomcat embedded Jasper, guys. Super. Okay. Embedded Tomcat is not giving Jasper container, which is there to execute JSP pages. As alternate, we are using this. As alternate, we are using this. Here is my pom.xml, boss. Here is my pom.xml, boss. Say paste, guys. Here is my version, boss. Here is my version. Run on server, boss. Tomcat 10. Say next. Say finish. /home. Welcome to Spring MVC. This is still we are running as external only. Sorry. We are still running as external. When we have to run it as embedded Tomcat, right? Okay, how to stop the application? As a standalone application, you run it. Run as a Java application. Please. Run on server means it uses external Tomcat. Run as a Java application means it will use embedded Tomcat. It will use the embedded Tomcat. Check it out. Embedded Tomcat web server running on port number 404 without any context path, guys. Context path empty string. Context path empty string. Yeah, run as Spring Boot application also same. Run as a Spring Boot up. If that option is coming, that is also same, boss. That is also same. Open this, guys. HTTP, guys. Localhost, boss. 4041, guys. 4041. No context path. No need, because we have not chosen anything. /home. Welcome to Spring Web MVC has come now, boss. Welcome to Spring Web MVC has come nicely here. Yeah, listen carefully. No context path. Right after port number, this context path means name of the web application. By default, when server is started, what is the message we are getting? With empty context path, right? That's why right after port number, we are giving the request path. Right after port number, we are giving the request path. Right now, boss? No, sir. Though I am run, so you run as external Tomcat, you run in external Tomcat server, guys. Right click, run as external Tomcat. Name of the project will be taken as the context path of the web application. Name of the project will be taken as the context path of the web application. Yeah, tell me here, output is coming here or not? Definitely output is coming here or not? I want reply, boss. So ultimate conclusion is what? Run as run on server. Run as run on server uses the run as run on server uses the external Tomcat server. Uses the external Tomcat server. External server, boss. It could be Tomcat or some other one. External server. As run as Java application or Spring Boot application. Uses the embedded server. Uses the embedded server. Are you understanding my statement, guys? Uses the embedded server. Uses the embedded server. Simply and literally uses the embedded server. Simply and literally uses the embedded server. Cool. Right click on the project, run as a Java application or Spring Boot application. Yeah, listen, no context path by default. For the web application that is deployed in demo. This one. Here the project name is there as context path was. Context path or context root is nothing but name of the web application. Context path or context root is nothing but name of the web is equal to name of the web application. Simply literally nothing but name of the web application. You guys got the point, my dear. Come on. Run as a Java application or Spring Boot application. No, sir, I want to run in embedded Tomcat server, but I want to provide context path to it. Okay. Provide the context path for the web application in application.properties as shown below. Server.servlet.context-path /MEC first application one. If you want, you can pause. Context path. For the web application running in the embedded Tomcat server. Embedded Tomcat server. Cool, guys. Running in the embedded Tomcat server. Tell me how to do that work. CSS, everything we have to configure manually. Tell me. Servlet.server, server.servlet, fixed keys. Server.servlet. Context hyphen path. Servlet.context hyphen path is equal to slash MVC application 01. Any name you can do, but it must start with the slash. It must start with the slash. Stop this, guys. Right click was run as Java application. Run as a Java application. But this time context path is there, right? It's earlier only empty single quote, but this time we have context path also. Tell me here what is there. MVC application 0. It's coming or not? Yeah, this is wrong one. This is wrong one. Okay. This is one. MVC application 01 slash 1. It's coming or not coming, boss? It's coming or not coming? Definitely coming. We're able to provide context path to the application. We're able to provide context path to the application, boss. Yes or no? What's the use of it? Without application, if you are giving request, it's meaningless, na, boss. Earlier what? Home, this one. We have to have a meaning, na. I'm giving request to so-and-so application, right? Akilem, if you know Servlet JSP, you will understand what is context path. Identification, Rababu. Output-wise, same. Output-wise, no difference. But you should think logically. See, you are giving request to flipkart.com, www.flipkart.com / something. So we can get the feeling this belongs to flipkart.com, right? Suppose 4041 / home. Sorry, this belongs to which website, which application? There should be some name for the application now, boss. Listen. There's a difference between I need shirt. I need certain brand shirt. Difference is there. Earlier we are giving request, we are getting output. Now we are giving request to what? A web component of this application. A web component of certain application. Got it, got it. Okay, now listen carefully, boss. Everyone, focus. You go to any website, you take flipkart.com. Are we typing request path separately to get the home page? Are we typing any request path after flipkart.com to get the home page? You look at gmail.com. Yeah, in gmail.com is already linked with some inbox. Leave it. That is not a different. Okay, you take a new website. You take a new website only. You take amazon.com. Amazon.in. Are we writing anything? But in our application, what's the problem? In our application, what's the problem, guys? If it is external Tomcat or embedded Tomcat, if I don't write home, am I getting the home page? This is the default error page, guys. This is the default error page in Spring Boot MVC application. That means I should remember and add home. Yeah. In Servlet JSP environment, what is the solution for this problem? In Servlet JSP environment, what is the solution for this problem? If you don't answer, I'll assume you are zero in Servlet. Very fundamental question in Servlet JSP environment. Welcome file configuration, Rababu. Come on. We go for in web.xml welcome file configuration. But this time, do you have any web.xml file? Do you want to take any XML file here? Do you have any web.xml file here? Or do you want to take any web.xml file here? Definitely not. Certainly not. Right, boss? But how to do that? Listen. Array, if context, if the request path of handler method is slash, almost our problem is solved. Almost our problem is solved now, boss. Public string render home. Everything same, Babu. Public string render home, right, boss? Public string render home, right, boss? Right click, run on server, Tomcat 10, say next, say finish. Say next, say finish. Welcome to Spring Web MVC. Welcome to Spring Web MVC, right, boss? It's coming or not? Am I typing home here? Am I typing any home here? So basic problem. Right click, run on Java application. Run as Java application, guys. Open the browser, guys. Local host, guys. 4041. Enter. 4041. Any mistake happened from our side? We have taken context path. Yes. MVC APP1. Enter key. It's coming. Did I type home there? Did I type the home there separately, guys? Not there. So if you want to make any handler method generating logical view name related to home page launching, take slash as the request path. Take slash as the request path, right, boss? Take slash as the request path. We cannot use web.xml file for welcome configuration in Spring Boot MVC application because Spring Boot MVC avoids XML configuration. So how to make welcome file effect in Spring Boot MVC application? Are you understanding my statement? Rakut Reddy, in external server, you have to give project name. In embedded Tomcat, you have to give context path that is chosen in application.properties. These two are specific to embedded Tomcat. These two we are not required while dealing with external Tomcat. Only in embedded Tomcat, these two are required. In external Tomcat, the project name itself becomes context path. Here is the project name that becomes context path. And external server will have its own port number. The external server will have its own port number. Using embedded Tomcat server, guys. Using external Tomcat server. Okay, guys. Tell me our context path. Context path given in application.properties. Application.properties. Yeah, this is a project as the context path. Okay, Pavan Donke. We don't call render home method dispatcher servlet calls. What's the use of attending classes from these many days? Now we are asking this question means from where we are calling render home method. Mahan Purush Rabab. Mahan Purush. Keep your foot as in front. Keep your foot in front, boss. And ask entire colony people coming and touching your feet, worst fellow. After listening, entire Ramayana is asking who is Sita. What is this steps, Babu? What is this storyboard? Dispatch handler mapping component gives controller class bean ID, particular handler method signature, right? Signature to dispatcher servlet. Dispatcher servlet submits the bean ID, gets the controller class object, right? Okay. Uh, you and calls the handler method on the controller class object, right, boss? Sir, if I don't give embedded Tomcat server port number, what happens? What happens? It runs on 8080 port number. If that port number is busy, you will get problem. If not busy, you will not get problem. If that port number is busy, you will get problem. If not busy, you will not get problem. I hope all are we ready for first application? Once you install Arkil 8080 is always busy, boss, because that's a fancy number. So that's why better to change port number, better to use a new port number. Are you comfortable? Can you develop this application by next class? Sure. Pakka. Yeah, it will test your patience, guys, but don't lose the patience. It will definitely. Okay, guys, we'll definitely get patient, but don't lose the patience. Super. Everything is clearly there in the notes. Every small point also I kept it. I think notes is very useful for you people for practicals. What do you say, guys? Useful or waste of time? If you read the notes, you will get the feeling. Can we see the var file? Can we see the var file inside the target class? Array, that var file will be there where in what? External Tomcat server. You go to Tomcat copy, there you can see that, right, boss? A new batch of Spring Boot and microservices starting from 21st onwards evenings 5:30 p.m. slot. 21st onwards evening 5:30 p.m. slot. It starts with Spring Boot, right? 7 a.m. applications to start, guys. Listen, guys. You have added URL, all this stuff. You have added wrong URL, wrong URL. Data source is there, but you have not added data Oracle related jar file, Spring Data JPA related jar file, right, boss? New batch at 7:15 time, it takes another 2-3 weeks time. Okay. For cloud deployment, AWS. Go for AWS. Yeah. Spring Boot MVC, guys. Next week, you want to join in Spring Boot and microservices. Okay. 21st onwards, come and join. Spring here, 716. When I'm creating MVC project, even web app folder is not showing. That means you are not choosing correct archetype. Use new advanced Java batch. We are working out the slot. I will get it. You are eligible for a join for microservices. No, you should have knowledge of what? About MVC to join for microservices. Okay. Which is best payment gateway in India? All are doing well, Rama. All are doing well, no doubt. When mass hiring will start, are already going on, boss. Already going on. For freshers, for experienced, it already started. Grab the opportunity. Thank you, guys. Have a nice day. Ashish K, it looks like that, right? It's not going to web app folder. You right click on the project, see the location, it will show in web app. It looks like that, but it is not going to web app folder, right?